Hello students, today we are going to learn about the array representation of sparse matrix. Before that, going to details, we have to learn what is a sparse matrix. Let's take an example. This is a matrix. So inside that matrix, maximum how many elements we can store? So it is the number of rows into number of columns. Number of rows is 4, number of column is 5. So total 20 elements we can store. But how many elements it store right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are several elements is present inside this matrix and remaining are 0. So this type of matrix we call as the sparse matrix. If the most of elements of a matrix have 0, then it is called as the sparse matrix. So if maximum elements are inside the matrix is 0, then what happened? Whenever we are going to store the elements, so maximum memory reserve only the 0 value. Next one, whenever you are going to perform some operation, at that time what happened? We are performing or computing on the 0 value. So unnecessary our time consumption is more to process only 0 value. So we need such a representation where we don't have to waste our time as well as we have to waste our space. This is the main need of representation of sparse matrix instead of simple matrix. So this is a simple matrix. But if we store in the simple matrix this data, then what happened? Memory consumption more as well as the data consumption is more. So we need a different type of format where we have can able to store the non-zero value. What is the main need? We need only the non-zero value. We can store the non-zero value, but less memory as well as less time consumption. So how we can do it? So here in this example, we need only this one value. So what are the one value we need? We need to store the which row it is present, which column it is present, and what is the value. So for this type of problem, there is a solution which we can store the information regarding the non-zero value, only the row value, column value as well as the non-zero value. So how we can represent the sparse matrix? So sparse matrix we can represent by the array as well as we can represent by the linked list. In this video, we are just going to cover only the array representation. So 2D array is used to represent a sparse matrix in which there are 3 rows. So whenever we are representing the value here, 3 rows. The reason is that we want to store the 3 information. First one is the which row, which column, what is the value, non-zero value. So we require only 3 rows. So first one is the row, which is represent the which index of the row, then index of the column, then what is the value of non-zero element. So in this example, for this 0 value, so this is the 0 is the first non-zero value, how we can able to show? So this is 0, this is 1. So this is the one column, which row? It is a 0 row. So for to represent this non-zero value, what are the 3 things we read? We required row. So row is 0, column is 1 and value is 1. So here we represent in this way. This way we are represented it. Then second value is 2. So second value is 2. Now second value, which row? Second one is the 0 row. Which column? Column is 0 column. What is the value? Column is not 0. Column is 0, 1, 2, 3. So column is the 3. What is the value? Value is 2. So 0, 3, 2. Next one, the next non-zero value is the 5. 5 is the non-zero value. Which row? Row is 0, 1. Which column? 0, 1, 2. So what are the information we have to store? 1, 2. That is non-zero value is 5. So all the value is stored. So now here how many non-zero element? Non-zero element is the 7. So here the matrix representation is the for the 7 column. So depend upon the non-zero value, the matrix size is has to be decided. So for the array representation of a sparse matrix, we require 3 row, how many column? Column is the number of non-zero element. So these things we have to find out. Then we have to store the value. So next we have to learn how we can able to write a simple program to represent sparse matrix by using array in case of C language. This program is written in a C language. So for example, this is our matrix. This matrix is 4 row, 5 column. So we declare a array size 4, 5. So 4 is the number of rows, 5 is the number of columns. So we have created array. So whenever we initialize, already we initialize declaration, we are done in the first. So now in size. So here we use the size to represent number of non-zero value. So depend upon the number of non-zero element, we have to find out the number of column for the sparse matrix. That's why we are declared the integer size equal to 0. Then we have to use this number of statements to calculate how many number of column we have to create for the our sparse matrix. So let me write down this code. So this is the code we have to use. Then what is our sparse matrix? Sparse matrix is this one, our simple matrix where maximum elements are 0. This one we have to convert. So these statements we require to calculate for the number of non-zero element is present. So here first we have to mention that its size equal to 0. So here we mention initially size equal to 0. So then I equal to 0. I is less than 4. Yes, it is true. J equal to 0. So now J value is also 0. Now if Aij equal to non-zero, then size equal to size plus 1, because size plus plus. Now right now for this statements, Aij is not equal to 0. It is false. If condition is false, next statement will not going to execute. Then what happened? J value is incremented by 1. Then 0, 1. Now 0, 1. Aij, that is the 0, 1. Yes, it is non-zero value. If it is non-zero value, then what happened? Size value is incremented by 1. So size value is now. Then J value is 2. If it is J is 2, then 0, 2 we have to check. 0, 2 is not, no, 0, 2 is 0. So then J value is 3. J value is 3 means 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is non-zero value. If it is non-zero value, then what we have to do? Size equal to incremented by 1. So size value is 3. Now it is 4. Less than 5? No, it will be, it is 0. So again the value is, J value is incremented by 1. This is false. Then inner loop value is incremented by 1. Then again the J value is incremented by initial J value is initialized to 0, because I is less than 1 and I is less than 4. It is true means inner loop will be executed. Inner loop is J equal to 0. So now 1, 0. 1, 0. This is 1, 0. Similarly it will go on. So this is 1, then 2. Then 1, 2. This is 5. It is true. If it is true, then what happened? The J value is incremented by. So this loop will continue to calculate how many number of non-zero element present inside the. So after that, we will calculate the J value equal to 7. Once the loop is terminated, we will calculate the J value is 7. What is the need? Need is that whenever we are going to make to the sparse matrix, we need the number of columns. So now we have to create the sparse matrix 3, and the size 3 is the number of rows. We know we have to store index of the row, index of the column, and the value of the non-zero. So this is the three rows, but how many number of columns is purely depend upon the size, means depend upon the non-zero element. According to that, it is created. Then we have to create the sparse matrix. So these statements, or these are the statement we have to execute to calculate or to convert the sparse matrix. Then now what is the, now initialize, we have to k equal to 0. For I equal to 0, then j equal to 0. If aij is not equal to 0, so for first case it is 0, so these are the nothing we have to do. Then the I value is j value is incremented by 1. Then j is less than 5, yes it is true. If it is true, this statement will be executed. If aij not equal to 0 means 0, 1 is not equal to 0, yes it is true. If it is true, then what we have to do? Sparse matrix. We are already created a sparse matrix, that is the size of 3 cross 4. Let we created, this is the sparse matrix we are created. So indexing 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if aij is not equal to 0, sparse matrix 0, this one k. What is the k value? 0. So this position we have to store which value? I value. What is the I value? 0. So here we have to store the value 0. Then 1k. 1k means k value is 0 right now, 1. So this is 1, 0. This is the 1, 0 position. What we have to store? The j. J is the index of the non-zero element, index of the column. J, what is the j value? 1. Then 2k. This is 2, k is the 0. So this position what we have to store? J means that's the non-zero value. The what is the non-zero value? Right now the non-zero value is 1. Now k value is incremented by 1. So now k value is incremented by 1. Then ending curly bracket, then it will go to the starting curly bracket, then the j value is incremented by 1, that is 2. So here, first non-zero value, this represents the row index, this represents the column index, this represents the non-zero value. So this is 0, this is 1. Because this is the 0 index of the row, column is the 1, value is the 1. For this one, which what is the value? So now value is the 0, 3, 2. Now this is j equal to 2. J is equal to 2, then aij means 0, 0, 2. 0, 2 is 0, so this will not execute. Next, the value is incremented by 1. This is 3. So now 0, 3. So 0, 3, yes, it is not equal to 0 means this condition is true. If this condition is true means this statement will be executed. So here what happens? Sparse matrix 0, k. What is the k value right now? K value is 1. So 0, k. So this is 0, this is the k means 1 position. This position what we have to store? 1. I value. What is the I value? 0 value. Then 1k. 1k means 1. This is the k is 1. So this position what we have to store? We have to store the 3 value. Then 2k. 2k means 2k value is 1. So this index we have to store the aij. Aij means 0, 3. What is the 0, 3? 2 value. So it stores the non-zero value. So if we continue the loop, then what happened? Automatically it stores the all the non-zero values. So for each and every column in this matrix represent the value related to the non-zero value. So first one is represent the index of the row of the non-zero value. Second one represent the index of column of the non-zero value. Third is represent the non-zero value itself. So after this statement, what happened? All the elements is stored inside the sparse matrix. Then what we have to do? We have to only just we have to print this value. So after that, what we have to do? Print only. So once we converted, then here in this example, I just write down this statement to print the original matrix, which consists of both number of zero. Then this representation we have to use for the representation of newly created the sparse matrix, which consists of 3 rows and number of non-zeros column. First row represent for the index of the row. Second one is represent the index of column. Third one is the represent the non-zero value. So this is the representation 0. This is our original matrix. This is our newly created matrix. So this is non-zero first element. This is 0 row, 1 column, non-zero value is 1. So 0, 1, 1. So second non-zero value is 2. So 2 means first is the index of the row. Index of the row is the 0. Index of the column is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3. And what is the non-zero value? 2. So 0, 3, 2. So this one is the last one. Last one is the 9 value is the non-zero value. So then what is the row value? 0, 1, 2, 3. So row of index of the row is 3. Then 9 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4. So this is the representation of the sparse matrix in case of Woody array, because here we have to use the two dimension matrix. So this is our example. This PPT only just representation of all the program in partly. So this is the declaration of how we are going to calculate the size and then declare the sparse matrix. So this is the conversion of the simple matrix to the sparse matrix. Then this is the representation of the sparse matrix, how to print the value. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.